walking in. Just got down to the farm. Saw a lot of toms in fields strutting on my way drive down here. I do like to get in for fly down. I prefer it, even if I have to walk in blind, not knowing where the birds are. But I did hear a couple gobbles right when I was getting dressed. I think they're down in the bottom where I reset a blind, and it's the back cornfield kind of my neighbors. I have to go home when I get off work to grab a gun. I can't have a gun at work, so that's why I get in here a little late some of these days. But it is good too, because it's more of a spot and stalk and hide and seek, and playing hide and seek is fun. I can hear some gobbles off this way. My property is on this side over here. I usually see birds over here, but I heard a couple gobbles down in this bottom. I've got a bird that just gobbled pretty hard twice up on the far side of the pond. So I'm gonna try and make a move on him. I've only got a hen decoy, so I can't hide behind any of my decoys today. Well, that first setup, it was just way too hot. The sun was just cooking me. I was sitting up behind the blind. I could hear one goblin back up where they always are on the neighbor to the west. They come through the gap right in front of me down the barrel of my gun. I'm worried I might have made a mistake. I was going after the birds that I thought maybe I heard when I was getting dressed that were down in the bottom. I just heard a bird gobble way down in there, but I don't know that I'll be able to call them back across. So I'm gonna sit here for about 10 to 15 minutes and see if I hear anything, and just go from there. I might move down to the bottom. I know that they frequent just back and forth between those fields. I'm 100% set on killing a bird here. So I know that there's so much other property I could be hunting with all the public and stuff around, but I want to get it done on here. I'm just having fun chasing them on this little 40 acres. Those birds just gobbled down in the bottom again, so I'm gonna grab the decoy and head down that way. What I'm gonna do is drop down in the fence line because it's the low spot. Use the terrain to my advantage and just slowly work towards these birds. If they're in the field that I think they're in on our property, I should be able to sneak up on them. I just heard something kick out of this thicket to my right. I'm guessing it was deer, because I know that they bed in there. Well, I'm guessing they ran by the turkey. There's one off to my right and one to my left, like this. Bird over there. Bird straight ahead of me that just gobbled. Probably gonna drop the decoy. I've gotta get up. I'm not gonna be able to call them across the creek, I don't think. I've still got some time. There's a tom right in front of me out in the field. And then the other ones are gobbling at the other end. This just got a lot harder. The sun is obviously just beating down on me. I'm gonna have to start crawling through this thick stuff. And the decoy's gonna have to stay here because that's just too much to carry. There's two of them right there. There's three of them. There's three strutters. There's the one on the right, the one on the left, and you can see the other fan. There's two of them right there. I think it might just be one. Nope, I can see both their heads. This just got a lot harder. Those three, and there's still one, at least one on the far side. So if I can pop up between them, I might be able to call them. I've dropped down into the ditch, and I'm about to be in the creek. I know that they come down to this creek to drink and eat rocks. So hopefully I can bring them this way. The problem's gonna be the sun. It's in my face and helping them. Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. Oh, my gosh. Those birds wore me out. My GoPro filled up. This one to the right, I got just a little bit of footage of his tail fan. Oh, gosh. I shot him through the tiniest hole. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I wish my GoPro wouldn't have died. I'm going to show you what I shot him through. Right there, right through that little V. First anything for the family, actually, on the farm. I worked very hard for this. I'm so excited to take it home, show my son, show Beckett. Oh, I thought I was gonna get busted so bad because of the tree. It was stuck on my head, this little limb. I'm glad I didn't try and come up through here. I probably could have, but with all the other birds that were on the far side, he was the last one I was gonna go for. I don't know what it is. These birds are beautiful. They've got this brown in their wings. He's got like offset spurs. They're on the inside of his leg. It's pretty cool. From this side, from the far side, you can barely even see them. And then you turn it over. It's pretty cool. Got a great beard. It's got to be close to 10. That might even be longer than 10. If you want a challenge, try and self-film killing a turkey without a blind, just running and gunning. It is hard work and it will wear you out. Just strutting non-stop up and down this. Back here at the tree I was at when I shot him. This branch, all of these branches, I was like this the whole time and I kept getting them caught. Ghillie suits are incredible for camo, but for being a sneak, they were getting caught in all this. And the turkey, I got just a little bit of footage of him strutting just to the right, I think, earlier right when I'd set up. I needed him to walk this way, and it's pretty crazy. I thought the field went right along here, but there's a big ditch right here that they have to walk around. And once I realized that, after I was set up, I thought that there was a chance he was gonna walk just like he did right over here. And he walked that way. And I hate not getting footage, I really do, but I told myself that since I was making it happen on this property, I was just gonna take a shot if I had one. I switched the GoPro around to try and get it. That bird came around those trees. When he walked behind that big one there, I pulled my gun around like this quick and rested it up against the tree. And then I watched him walk between them, and I put my gun like this, slowly brought it up, and I had a little shot right through there where I could see his head. And I just saw something pretty cool when I zoomed in. Something that's gonna be here on our farm for a long time coming. Here's what my shot did right here to this tree. I'm kneeling where the bird was. This briar busted up. There's a hole right there. Right there you can see where all the BBs did some damage. It's pretty cool. And then zooming in past it, there's the tree that I shot, that oak. And then there's a little tree to the left of it. And then just beyond it there, I would have been looking right through that gap at the camera here. Pretty sweet. I can't say enough about scouting. When we first came to this property, up in this tree right here, I hung a trail camera looking down onto where I'm standing right now on this creek bank. And I caught so much wildlife coming down here. There's turkey droppings right here. Right there, some turkey droppings. There's some more up here. But I cannot speak enough to learning your properties and scouting appropriately. Had cameras out 2 weeks before season, just wanted to know what was moving through the area. And I got a bunch of birds walking down in here. And then I heard them gobble the other day, and I knew they were still using the area. And I knew that I could sneak through that area. It makes such a big difference when you figure out what you can use to your advantage terrain-wise. I snuck down through that ravine right here on my left. It's not a ravine, it's just a ditch. But being able to sneak through that back behind me there to the creek, I don't know. There's no way I would have been able to sneak down this way with the birds in that field. I think I got away with a significant amount of movement, but I mean, I was moving so slow and being so meticulous not to make a mistake. Like I said before, this is really, really cool to me to be able to harvest the first bird for our family on this new farm. It's the first piece of property my family's ever owned that I can remember since I've been alive. My grandpa owned a bunch of farms when I was growing up. I didn't really get to hunt them a whole lot. I wasn't a big hunter. It was when I was still in high school. I was a big fisherman, but now that I hunt all the time, I'm really, really looking forward to enjoying the process of all this. And it's something that we really try to talk about, is the whole process of everything. And later this year, we are going to bring a lot of content with this farm, whether it be food plots, burning. We're not going to trim any trees this year, but this late winter we will create some bedding. I'm going to put a drain into some bedding areas to get the deer in there a little bit more and help dry it out. We're probably going to put a culvert in to get the creek flowing a little bit better, get a tractor pass in. These bottom fields, they're going to have beans in them. I don't know if
these birds, if it's a smoke phase they're starting to have, there's some white in their tail fan. And I'm by myself, so it's really hard to show, but these wings are just beautiful. The color they have, like, oh, there's just the colors of spring. And people talk about turkeys being ugly, myself included. I joke around about hashtag bird murder, that they all need to go because they're ugly animals, but they sure are beautiful. So funny. I'm just getting ready to grab everything. Turkey have zero memory. A bird just gobbled up on the hill where I started, and then the group that I shot this one out of just gobbled back behind me.